Hey guys, it's ANicWin, also known as Amy, and happy Monday. I hope you're having a lovely day. Now, I am doing a room build for you guys this week. I don't have time to dedicate to a full build. I have a few that I've started. I haven't been able to finish them. I'm right in the middle of final papers and stuff like that. And I don't want to cut any corners. I want to be able to give my full attention to the build and the video and all of that stuff. So I thought I would do something a little bit more small scale. And essentially my concept here is that I'm making one room and I'm making it for each of the life stages. So you're going to see me decorate the nursery, which is this. And then we do the toddler's room, then the child's room, and then a teen's room. So the idea is that it's for the same child, the same sim. It's just as they age. So the color scheme stays the same. A lot of the furniture stays the same because realism. But there are some upgrades. It ages, it matures a little bit as they do. And I had a lot of fun. Now, I don't know if this is like a concept, a video concept or a challenge or anything like that. I have not Googled it. I don't typically watch room builds regularly enough to know the things. So if I'll Google this before I do the title and all of that. And if I find out that it is a challenge or something, I will credit whomever, I'll give credit where credit is due. But until then, this is just an idea that popped to my head and it sounded like fun. So I jumped in and decided to do it. Now, something to note, because I know the lighting's really bright and I have a reshade that makes it even brighter. So it's like a lot of things are happening here. It's because I have the half wall, which I eventually raise all the way up because I realize I need to decorate that wall because it's in my head in this build. It's like an interior wall. But I also use that archway to look like a door frame because I wanted it to look like the door was propped open. I don't know why I made things difficult on myself, but I did. And so there's like a blue light. If I were to finish this off and put a ceiling and everything, there would be blue light in here and it just would look even worse. So yeah, mistakes were made, lessons were learned. I didn't have enough time to go back as I hiccup and re-record anything just because I'm on a time crunch. But I do chalk it up as a lesson learned. If I do this again, I won't do that. I'll make sure the lighting's in a little bit better of a place before I commit to a build that I can't necessarily go back and tweak. Now, another thing I want to bring up as I'm really chatty today is my best friend, my childhood bestie of I don't even know how many years, probably 18 if my head was right. It was like we met in 2004 and we've been friends since then. I mean, steady friends, like attended college together, all the milestones, everything. But she just gave birth. Now, I'm not going to talk about her or her child because this isn't the time or the place, but I drew inspiration from her because her nursery is a gray and lavender color scheme. So she had just given birth the night that I built this and I was pulling from that. And that's really how I came up with this purple and gray. It's not super easy to do in The Sims because there's not a lot of gray or purple. I came to realize. I didn't realize that there was such a deficit, which is funny because I've made so many purple bedrooms because I don't like pink. But yeah, there's just not a lot of options and it was a plot twist, I will say that. But this is the nursery, so I was going to do a changing station or changing table on this particular dresser. I decided not to. I just decided maybe she's got two dressers because kids have like babies in particular. They have a lot of clothes because you're not just buying for, a year. You have their newborn 3-month, 6-month, 9-month, I think, and then 12 and whatever, so on and so forth. So you have a lot of different sizes that you need to store that you necessarily can't keep somewhere else because they grow. They grow and they grow fast. So I thought maybe 2 dressers would be appropriate. And I just sort of clutter up the top. Now you're going to see a lot of elements stay the same, like that giraffe lamp stays. I get rid of the giraffe toy in the corner, but I feel like that's a nice little nod to childhood. The butterfly picture is going to stay. And then I don't know if you noticed, but I put a little purple butterfly and a teddy bear in her crib, and that stays as well. That's a nod to all of us who have that one like stuffed animal or toy or blanket or whatever that we've had our entire lives. And maybe we don't sleep with it anymore, but we definitely still have it. For me, that is a random free t-shirt that I got when I was a toddler that I still sleep in it occasionally. And it was oversized, obviously. A toddler and a 29-year-old woman can't fit in the same shirt necessarily. But I have that, and then I had a Raggedy Ann doll that I loved about to death. That is not here with me. It's at my parents' house, but I still have it, and I think I would lose my mind if something happened to it. That's not allowed. But here we are working on the toddler room. Now, I do place that tablet at the end of the bed. To use it, you'll have to move it. I think the sim will still sleep on the bed with that there. And I wanted it to be purple, but you couldn't see it against the bedspread, so I went ahead and changed it to black and pink. The toddler room is pretty simple. It's basically the same as the nursery. I just add a potty chair basically and a couple of toys. So we dismantle that, and we're going to start in on the kids' room. Now this is where we're going to see a few more changes. Mostly it's in some of the furnishings and some of the light choices. I wanted it to start to look a little bit more mature, but still really youthful. And I didn't want there to be too many changes because I feel like you don't really change your room and start like expressing who you are, right? Like self-expression through your furniture until you hit like middle school, like preteen, teenagehood. Because as a kid, I mean, as long as you've got your toys and a few elements of different things that you like, you're not really that concerned about what color the walls are or, what kind of table you have. Or at least I didn't. Maybe I'm just speaking from myself, but so I wanted to keep it relatively the same. We do get rid of this second dresser because in my head, I'm like, right, one is enough, We sacrifice that for some other furniture. Now, I was a little bit confused about where to put the desk exactly, and then I felt really weird about the desk. It felt like it was too small but also too big, and I don't know if you've ever experienced that with a Sims item, but I really could not move past it. And then I finally moved past it, and then now that I'm looking at it again, it's still too small but too big. I don't understand it. The size ratio is just, it's weird. It's strange. I don't know. I decided not to put a ton of skill building items in this child's room. I do have toys. We have the journal. I imagine that maybe she's got a playroom, or maybe she uses those items at her school or something. I wanted this to look like a proper bedroom and not like I'm trying to meet some Sims challenges or something. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of the times I feel like those skill building items for kids are way too big to be something you'd actually see in a bedroom. That might, again, be me self-projecting, but there we have it. So that is pretty much the kids' room. Again, like I said, it's very similar. And then we're going to start on the teenagers' room as soon as I pick out a lamp for the desk, since I took that one away. And I think the teenagers' room is my favorite. Initially it was the nursery, but the teenage room ended up being like, I don't know, like I'm still thinking about it. I mean, I just finished it too, so that's probably why it's on my brain. But I don't know, I just thought it was really cool that I could see all of the elements that I had already placed, still like repurposed almost. I enjoyed this one, guys. I don't know if you can tell, I'm really excited about it. But I decided to go with a double bed. I got a double bed when I was a teen. It just felt normal, natural, right, to give them a full-size bed. And I got rid of the child's desk. We're going to give her it's the same size technically, but it's not. We're going to give her a different desk, one that looks a little bit more mature. And then over here, I kept the flowers, that little teddy bear, and the butterfly. The butterfly and the teddy bear have been there throughout the entire thing. But I also gave her some makeup, some hair accessories, nail polish, because maybe she can't keep all of that in the bathroom. Maybe she shares with somebody. So I placed that on her dresser rather than just toys. It's a mixture. And then here we are with the desk. See, this one looks smaller, but it's bigger. It don't make sense. It was really messing with me. I can't. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to get off the topic, but it was really playing the games with my head. That's just how I felt. Anywho, I'm going to leave you guys here. You can enjoy the rest of the video and the screenshots. As always, feel free to give me a like or a comment down below letting me know what you think. You can also subscribe if that's something that would spark joy for you. I will post the screenshots on Instagram if you want to hop over there and check those out. In the meantime, I will see you on Monday with my next video, and I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else.